So I'm here today, 10 from Artemis Oracle. I'm doing your reading. So I'm early. I'm a little early. I didn't really schedule anything. I wasn't sure if I was going to go on, and I'm glad I'm able to. Um, so I'm just going to put subscriber mode on, and then this too, just to delay. Let's put. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I have 30 seconds delay on. So I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe. I know lately I've been wearing I've been wearing my jean jacket a lot. I love it. It's like a blanket, a comfort blanket or a safety blanket, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that part doesn't go there. So, hi, Manette, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you. I don't know if you're a mother, Monette, but I hope you had I hope you had a great weekend. A great Mother's Day weekend. So let's see. Wasn't sure I was gonna go on today, but I'm glad I was able to help out as much as I can on my end, but with what I had to help with. But so far my day has been going good. I hope everybody else's day is going well as well. So I'm going into the What's the Gossip deck. Let's see what the collective needs to know. Past life. The past life card came out yesterday too. But yesterday it was the way I read it, and it was based on the cards that were around it. I shouldn't say, but past life says previous connections, unexplained familiarity, soul memories. I've known you before. So let's see what else comes out with that. Because I don't look at it as only it being like a past life, like another incarnation that you had before you incarnated in this current lifetime, or if this has to do with a past life connection, or it could be something that has happened in this lifetime, but in the past. So I like to read that card in many different ways, but that's based on what cards come out around it. So I got the Divine Intervention card, Unexpected Guidance, Universe Stepping In, Redirected Path, Saved Just in Time. Okay, so Divine Intervention and Past Life. Let's see how else that resonates. And then Secret Admirer, Hidden Affection, Anonymous Notes, Unknown Interest, Someone's Watching. Hopefully some of you aren't experiencing like anyone that's like a stalker. Because the Divine Intervention being in the middle of these two cards, it could be somebody from your past that may be wanting to return. There could have been some sort of disruption with the connection, hence Divine Intervention. But Secret Admirer, Hidden Affection, Anonymous Notes, Unknown Interest, Someone's Watching. So there may be somebody from your past that may be watching you. They could be having some sort of realization too, but there could have been some sort of disruption that caused you and another person to separate. And it happened for a reason. I'm not sure why. There could have been somebody that didn't want to commit, had issues with commitment. It says afraid to settle down, avoiding intimacy, fear of loss of freedom. It's complicated. Like for some of you, this could have been the type of connection where this person maybe in the past didn't want to commit to you, and it caused, like I said, some sort of separation between you and this person. That's why this individual may be watching you, maybe hiding how they're feeling about you, whatever feelings that may have developed since the past, the past separation, or maybe a previous lifetime, something. But it was like something that needed to happen to redirect you or someone else on their path. There could have been a need for some sort of healing, or there was just something catastrophic that was going to take place that like your spirit team, your angels, they had to protect you from. It's seeming like that. you know. And it could have been somebody who may have been maybe inauthentic, someone who could have been putting up some sort of facade, trying to present this idea of who they were to you, but they weren't really genuine, with a deep fake, convincing lies, ultra truths, virtual deception, saying it's no longer believing. So this person could be watching you online, social media, or in any way they can watch you, any way they could gather information, any way they can still feel connected to you. They could just simply be admiring you, you know. But the card shows someone wanting to leave a message. It could be this person wants to leave a message, leave you a like a DM. It could be maybe even a card. I'm thinking about Valentine's Day. I don't know if this person did reach out to you on Valentine's Day. It could have been something that happened around Valentine's Day, or somebody's birthday is around Valentine's Day. That may be a significant time frame, because that card, it just reminds me of like a love note. So someone could have left you a love note, but it's also reminded me of Valentine's Day too, because of the, you know, Valentine's Day, you do these little special things, you know, give people hearts. You know, you embellish whatever you notes or cards you're giving to somebody. So let's see how this resonates with the connected. All right, so this past life, can you tell us more about this past life connection? Hi, Cupcake. Okay, we have 6 of Cups coming out. This is a past life soulmate. It could be someone from your past, someone you know from childhood, someone who's thinking of you fondly and nostalgically, which kind of makes sense, because I did say it could be somebody from your past, because we have a past life card that could be watching you, admiring you. Okay, another card just flew out. Yeah, there was some sort of disappointment in this relationship that left you heartbroken, feeling distressed, lonely, isolated, needing to heal, needing to recover. It just, whatever this was, this connection, this past life connection, was one that was emotionally draining to you, you know? Okay. I didn't say I was going to do yes or no questions, so, okay. And Priya, you've been here before. The least you could say is hello. So, all right, okay. So 6 Cups with the 3 of Swords. Yeah. I don't know, for some of you, this could have been your first love. This could have been your first love. I'm not answering yes or no questions today, just so you know. This is somebody that you could have had. This could have been your first love. This could also been the connection that taught you that you needed to love yourself, with the Ace of Cups coming out. For some of you, this could be somebody you knew from high school. Some of you may have known when you were a teenager. Could have been a high school sweetheart. I don't know, like with the Divine Intervention card coming out, it's like indicating that you and this person need to separate to, I guess, maybe to find yourselves. Maybe the relationship wasn't going to turn out well because there were certain things that you individually had to work out amongst yourselves before you could be in a connection. Or this could have been a type of connection that, if it continued to move forward, it would have continued to deteriorate over time. That's what I'm getting for this. But tell me about Divine Intervention. Divine Intervention. Okay, we got the 8 of Wands. The first thing that came to mind is some of you, this will relate to you, because the thing that came up to my mind was that something caused there to be a separation, and that if it continued to move forward, it would have continued to deteriorate over time. We have the 8 of Wands. So I don't know if some of you were offered a new opportunity that kind of forced you or forced them to step away from the connection, you know? And then we have the 3 of Pentacles. It could have been a work opportunity. It could have been something, maybe somebody got an opportunity to travel, because we have the 3 of Pentacles here. But this is more like about work, working together, collaboration. Maybe somebody I don't know, like somebody could be like part of some sort of group, or maybe, I don't know if anybody was a musician or anything. That just popped up in my mind. But it could have been somebody had an opportunity to do something with friends, travel with friends. I don't know, some sort of road trip or something that kind of, and it was an opportunity that could have been passed up because it happened so quickly. It came out of almost like nowhere. And that's what caused there to be interference in the relationship. I don't know if that's going to resonate with everybody. Because it says redirected paths. Anything else? Yeah, somebody had to make a choice. And I think somebody could have chosen to move away from this connection and go towards something else. You know? Because the Lovers came out. And the Lovers is the choice. We have divine intervention. So there was something that happened that it was an opportunity too good to pass up, that someone chose it over the connection. Oh, we have the Chariot too. And that's after the Lovers. Yeah, somebody took that, and then we have a van here. So somebody was definitely doing some sort of, maybe a trip. It could have been an opportunity that they couldn't pass up that was going to bring them some sort of success. Especially if it had to do with finances, especially if someone had issues with finances. But also, this also probably gave somebody an opportunity to work on their self-esteem, their self-worth, you know, probably help move them past this type of energy. And that could be the reason why the relationship was heartbreaking in the past, because someone had issues with self-esteem. And, you know, when you have that interferes with your relationship. You know, if you're not feeling good about yourself, you're constantly suspicious about your partner. You're wondering if they're doing things behind your back. Or it could just be, I'm thinking it could be that. But it could also be that somebody may have been toxic too. You know, I think people who are toxic can heal. But I feel like that has to do more so if they choose to heal. You know, everything is a choice with the Lovers. You know, you get to choose. You get to choose if you want to heal or not. But it's looking like the divine intervention, the thing that caused the redirection of somebody's path, and even a disruption in this past connection, was one that somebody couldn't pass up, that they had to choose. It could have been you. Like, depending on where you stand on this storyline, some of you may have moved away from this situation because you knew it was going downhill, and you took the opportunity that came to you, you took it right away. You didn't let it pass by, you know, because you saw this as an opportunity to move away from something that you know wasn't going to turn out well. But with the deep fake card, someone could have been deceptive, you know. It could have been a past person, but it seems like this past person is lingering, you know, with the Secret Admirer card coming out. Hi, Dana. Hi, Lion Sky. Secret Admirer. Ooh, like this person. All right, whoever the Secret Admirer is, it says hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, like someone's watching. You may not know that this person from the past may be watching you, maybe wanting to reach out to you. Some of you may be receiving anonymous notes, anonymous cards, little gifts coming out of nowhere, but it could be this person who's in this Nine of Swords energy. They are like riddled with anxiety, having sleepless nights, just really stressed. It could be too, that could have been that energy too after, if you left, you moved away, someone moved away from the connection because it was divine intervention. So I think that could have been this person's energy after you left. Like, you know, sometimes what they say, hindsight is 20/20, because you start to see things clearly when someone has moved away from you. You know, where you realize how much value someone has in your life, and then you realize how much you've royally fucked up. So that could be why this person's in this Nine of Swords energy. I'm not answering questions. No questions today. So Two of Cups, yeah. This card was in the reverse, but it flipped upright. Yeah, they're definitely feeling some sort of anxiety about the past. This could be them also wanting to reunite, reconnect with you. That could be why they're stressing out too, because they're maybe wondering if they have a chance? Will it work out? Will you give them an opportunity? Even will you forgive them? Will you even accept their friendship? Will you even accept their presence in your life if they were to return? And you know, and I feel like depending on how you respond, it may be a tower moment for them, either in the best way or the worst way. And it depends on whatever happened in the past, whatever was the cause for the heartbreak, you know? You're welcome, Lion Sky. I really appreciate you for always being supportive. Thank you for always showing up. And you too, Dana. Let's see. Four of Cups. Yeah, they're afraid that you're going to reject them, that you're already done with them, that you've already gotten over them, that you don't even think about them, you don't have no feelings for them, you've gotten over them. This is the anxiety. This is where the anxiety is stemming from. Oh, thank you for saying that, Lion Sky. Even though the storyline is weird, but I'm really grateful. I'm glad I'm able to help cheer you up in some way. Okay, Four of Cups. So this person, okay, another card came out too. Yeah, so this person is considering, thinking, dreaming possibly about what options they have available, like when it comes to the types of actions they can take toward you. And it may be beyond them giving you like the secret notes or just even sending you affection and energetically, you know, and that could resonate with some people. Like you could be sitting somewhere feeling completely normal, then you may start to feel all warm and fuzzy. So that it could be this person wanting to send this type of energy towards you. But this person may be thinking about what real world actions they can take. What options do they have when it comes to taking actions? They probably have narrowed it down to two, you know, and the two could be like, should they continue to stay back and watch, or should they take a step forward and reveal themselves to you if you're not suspecting this at all? And it could be because you've already, this could have happened a decent amount of time ago that you don't even think about them. And the only way this reading will resonate with you if, like I said, you were in a relationship and when you were younger and it was heartbreaking, you had a break, it was an ending. It could be a first love type of situation where this was your first love, high school sweetheart type of thing. Maybe junior high school sweetheart. Some people have that middle school sweetheart too. But there was something that caused you and this person to separate, and the relationship may have been one where it could have been deteriorating over time because maybe there were insecurities or there may have been some toxicity. But this is what I'm getting. But if this is somebody that you probably don't even think about this person, you know, you probably, and this could be the fear too, that you forgot about them, you don't have any feelings for them anymore, you've gotten over them. And that could be the thinking of coming forward, the idea that you could reject them, which is this too, possible rejection, even them having a realization that this was a missed opportunity, or they don't want to miss an opportunity and wanting to come forward. This person, the only signs that I'm seeing when it comes to major arcana is the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, right? But at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is any air sign energy. 6. Let me see what numbers that we have here. We have 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. No, 2 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. So that's 2, 22. We have 6 with the 6 of Cups and the Lovers. So 6 or 2 6 2 26 or 22 or 66 and 22 or 62. It could be somebody I have various age groups watching me, so it could be somebody that this could have been a connection you had when you were 22 years old and now you're 66 or 62, you're older. It could be that. It may not resonate with everybody because if you look at the past life card, it does show like a black and white type photo, a sepia type photo with a color photo, like the present. So it could be something like that. See, I was going to ask about the deep fake card. Convincing lies, altered truths, virtual deception, seeing is no longer believing. For some of you, this person may have been in contact with you and you may not even know who they are. They may be having some sort of avatar, or they're pretending to be somebody else, like catfishing. Even though that catfishing is a card in this deck, but it could be that, because we have the, I feel like with the deep fake, I think this, if this person has already been in contact with you and you don't even know who they are, this deep fake could be coming to a close and they may be revealing who they are to you. It could be that. That's the sign message. So the deep fake, the hiding who they are, pretending to be someone else, maybe it's some sort of, it says altered truths. So there could have been something that this person was saying, and that I would say too, that it kind of, it resonates with you, and this may not resonate with everybody. This is only if you're communicating with people online where you can't really see who they are. Most likely you haven't had a video chat. Not that I'm saying this is an opportunity. Some of you may be wanting to video chat and the person may have been hesitant, maybe procrastinating or delaying that sort of meeting with you. And that could be because then you'll find out who they really are, and that this virtual deception may come to a close, is what I'm getting. So this is what I'm getting from this reading. I hope it's helpful to you in some way. I wonder if I should get advice. You know, ultimately, what you decide to do, if this situation resonates with you, is, you know, you maybe hear this person out, but still, you know, lying is lying. Because then when you start off a relationship with a lie, then what is the truth after that, you know? Let me see something. I want to see what the advice is for the situation. What is the advice for the situation, if this resonates with anyone? What advice for the person that may be dealing with a catfishing, deep fake, secret admirer that may be a past life, a connection from the past? What is the advice? What is the advice? For some of you, depending on how it feels to you, because remember, you get to decide, because we don't know, I don't know what your particular situation is with this person, but it's like, for some of you, it could be saying just to like continue to leave this person out in the cold, you know. Deception, lying is not really a good thing to do, especially if you're wanting to reestablish a connection with somebody. Look at this. 10 of Cups. For some of you, you may not even know who this person is, right? But for some of you, it's saying like, if you have already, you're already moved on, and you're having a friendly, platonic conversation with this person, and it happens to be somebody from your past that you don't even think about, that you moved on from, because you're already happy with where you are. You have your love, your life, you have your family, you have your partner, your life partner who you're happy with. If this is your situation and this person ends up revealing themselves, I don't know if you want to do a video chat with a platonic friend or whatever, but that happens sometimes, right? Yeah, your advice could be to ice this person out, you know, because you don't want to create any situation where you mess up what a good thing that you have now, you know. Hopefully, like, honestly, I don't think if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be talking to anybody online, honestly, because you're just opening up, like, you're creating scenarios for something to possibly happen, you know. You don't want to open up, you don't want to create an opportunity for a can of worms to be opened up, you know what I mean? What else? Hopefully this person, oh, excuse me. Oh, my tummy. I don't know if you heard my tummy. I'm hungry. I only had a butter roll this morning. Let's drink some water. The Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Nine of Pentacles and King of Cups. For some of you, Got the Nine of Pentacles. So some of you could be in your solitary energy. You may be, hopefully this person, I don't know, like the King of Pentacles. I mean, King of Cups. Why is that King of Pentacles? Some of you could have been manifesting this person, but that's if you don't have a family. So I feel like this is advice for these two cards. Leave the person out in the cold if you already are happy with where your life is. Now, if you're already single, I would say if you want to, though I would say beware. You could listen to the person, give them a chance to communicate. This Magician Virgo. Magician is more so about manifestation, but since it is a Virgo and Gemini card, it is about communication. So you may, depending on where you are, if like you're a solo energy, and this is someone that you would be happy to hear from, then you possibly could entertain them in some way, because like I've said, some of you may have been manifesting this person, and only saying that because the Magician card. I wasn't thinking that at all before, but this could be somebody. I'm gonna read this a different way, because if it's some of you, this probably could have been a connection that where there was divine intervention. This person had opportunity that they had to take, and you were having a good relationship with them, but then it's like an opportunity that came between you and this person that they couldn't pass up. This person may be coming back around. I want to say round two. And this could be somebody that you have been thinking about, that you have been wanting to return, and they may be returning. For some of you, it's not like a negative, like toxic type thing, but the only reason why I'm saying that is because of the deep fake card, right? But if it's not that, there could be somebody, a secret admirer that, is watching you, maybe waiting to approach you, wanting to approach you, and has been taking notes. And this person has emotions. They have love for you. And you may be single and you may be wanting this person, and this person may be single and wanting you. So depending on the situation, because everybody's situation is different, because not everybody has negative breakups. Sometimes a relationship ends because someone had to go a different way. Like they had to go away for college, or they got an opportunity for an amazing job and they had to travel to, because we do have the Two of Wands here. This person had to choose, and it was an opportunity that they couldn't pass up. They probably had to travel, and that's what caused you to separate, because possibly you couldn't maintain a long distance type of relationship, right? So that's another message that I got. And it's just based off these two cards, Knight of Pentacles. So this person probably has, if they moved away for some sort of opportunity, they're really in an abundant place. And they may be reaching out to you. And that could be the secret admirer that you don't know about. That you had some sort of separation because, like it says, redirected paths. Maybe the separation was much needed, because if you continued on with the relationship, it wouldn't be the best relationship, in the sense that maybe somebody would have had to sacrifice something. And if the person sacrificed an opportunity that would have been good for the long term, especially when it comes to finances, and I do see under the deep fake card, luxury life, like somebody they had a specific lifestyle in mind, for themselves. It's like with finances, a home, financial stability, security, that type of thing. They wanted to be comfortable. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus, just for me thinking that, or some sort of earth sign energy. I did mention Virgo with the Magician. So it could be a Virgo or Gemini. King of Cups energy came out too. And we did see the Knight of Swords, which is about communication. Someone coming in very quickly with communication. But yeah, everybody's situation is different. It could have been like a divine intervention where you and this person could have a better life now than if you just stood together and he or she didn't take the opportunity that would have expanded like the type of lifestyle you could have in the future. It's weird. It's people know, like, this happens in real life, like it's not my story. I know that much, but this is somebody's story. you know? So I hope that helps. Okay. Hello, Joseph. So that's the first reading I have. Wow, I was on that for a while. 30 minutes. I try to like read in different ways because the message could hit somebody, people in different ways, because not everybody's situation is the same. But I try to be as thorough as I can, since it is a general reading. Okay. Let me see something else. Wasn't trying to make that a love reading, but let's see what else comes out for the collective. Just so everyone knows, I'm not answering any questions. Just gonna save your energy. I'm not answering any questions. All right. What other message does the collective need to know? Should I move to a different deck? Yeah, let's move to a different deck, because imagine another love reading comes out. And I don't want to make everything about love, you know. I mean, we should always love ourselves. That's the first love. We are our own first. We should always love ourselves. Look, February showed up at the bottom. Valentine's Day. Okay, let's see what time-sensitive message you need to know at this time. This may not resonate with everybody, so please take the messages as they do. This could be something that happened in the past, could be something that you're currently experiencing, or maybe coming up in the future. So we have, now that I say future, we have 12 months from now. And it could be 12 months from when you're watching this reading. Okay. Let's stick to that one. Just 12 months from now. All right. Now I want to go into the what's the gossip, because it touches on different things, but we could see, I mean, it doesn't only talk about love. It could be finances. It could be what's going on around you. Anything that you need to know. So I'm going to get one card from the what's the gossip. My stomach is acting like it's just a... I feel like I have like a creature inside of me. Okay, let me see something. Right. What does the collective need to know about 12 months from now? 12 months from now. This is the best deck for me to use. No, I feel anxious. Ugh. I don't like this. Ugh. I don't like this feeling. I feel anxiety. Not these cards. What's this? Oh, that's the tarot. The swear tarot. Okay, I'm going to use the swear tarot, but I won't curse. You know? If some of you are experiencing anxiety right now, I suggest you take a deep breath, like from your nose, and slowly exhale. And keep doing that until your anxiety subsides. Because I'm feeling anxious, and so if these readings are causing you any sort of anxiety, I suggest you go bye-bye, because I'm not here to cause anxiety. I'm here for people who want to, because I'm a Scorpio. I don't like lies. I like truths, no matter how harsh and painful they may be. That's how I am as a reader. That's the person I want to be. You know, I don't want to be sweet, like sugarcoating shit or sweet talking you or anything. So if if you're not ready for what may come out, I suggest you step out of here, because tarot is not for the weak, you know, because sometimes you're going to hear things that you don't like, things that may make you feel bad about yourself or make you feel bad about your connection, and that only happens if the messages resonate with you. And if you don't understand how tarot works, not all messages are going to resonate with everybody, you know? So if you hear something bad and then you think, oh my God, my relationship, and your relationship is fine, then your relationship is fine. Don't put shit in your own head. So be careful of who you're watching, because they may be inciting anxiety where there is no need for anxiety, okay? I'm saying that because you have to know yourself. You have to know your situation. You know, don't let somebody else tell you about something when they don't even know you. This is why it's important to get personal readings too. And important to choose who you're getting a personal reading from. Okay. All right. So I'm going into the Square Tarot. I'm going to use it as an oracle card to see what is something that you need to look out for the next year. Okay. Hi, Caroline. How are you? So if you're just entering, please know I'm not answering any questions. I'm just letting you know now, so you save your time and you save your energy. You know, I'm not making any exceptions. Okay. So 12 months from now, what does the collective need to know about the next 12 months? Because the law of attraction fucked with you. Well, I cursed. So some of you may have been trying to manifest something, I would say, or you may be wanting to manifest something. And you have to be careful with how you're manifesting. And the reason why I'm saying that is because talking about the law of attraction. You know, there could be something that you want. There could be something, sorry, I keep saying something. It could be a manifestation that may take some time to come to fruition, right? It could be something that is a long-term type of manifestation that can take 12 months to become a reality, right? But there are going to be certain things that you're going to experience that if you're not smart about it, and I'm looking at the smart board and it says smart, if you're not smart about how you handle these tests, that's going to cause some sort of delay with your manifestation, right? You can be, like, say if you're manifesting something specific, you may be getting these things that look similar to what you want. They may not exactly be what you want, but they look very similar. There may be certain things missing, stuff that are like non-negotiable to you, but you may think, well, this is good enough, and don't settle. Next 12 months, whatever it is, a long-term manifestation. There may be things coming to you, being offered to you, that if you be careful of what you accept when it comes to some sort of manifestation, some sort of wish that you want, because you are not going to get the actual wish. It's going to be things that look similar to what you want. They may feel similar. They may look like what you want, but they may not actually be what you want. So this is where you're going to have to use your discernment and not negotiate on things that are non-negotiable to you. Because when you do that, you're causing delays. You know, you need to be very clear about what you want for yourself and what you will not settle for. Do not settle for anything. This is what I'm getting just from this card, because it says, because the law of attraction fuck with you. You're going to be getting these tests. They're going to be coming throughout the next 12 months. They're going to test you. If you keep accepting things that are below your standard, you're eventually going to get to the point where you become apathetic and you don't care. You will give up because you're like, I'm not getting what I want. Yeah, because you keep accepting what you don't want. So be careful with what you accept when it comes to this within the next 12 months. Okay. Hi, Queen of Truth. So let's get another message because I still have time. If I'm sounding very harsh, it's because it's a reminder for me too. Like, don't accept less. You deserve better. You deserve more. You know, don't settle. Never settle. That card just wanted to fly out. Also, too, Eight of Pentacles came out. Do it one effing step at a time. Don't try to rush something. Because when you try to rush something, you're going to miss out on certain things. You're going to miss out on certain details. If you think about the Eight of Pentacles in traditional tarot, this is someone who's working meticulously. They're working on one thing at a time. They're working on one coin. You're etching that coin very carefully, you know, and this is where it's important for you to also be very discerning, being careful to pay attention to the details. There could be something that's coming towards you that may look like what you want, may smell like what you want, but isn't what you want. So be careful with what you accept. Give yourself time to analyze, to evaluate whatever is being offered to you before you accept. You know, make sure that it's up to par to whatever standards you have, you know. Devil's in the details is what I want to say. Look, justice, something isn't fair, accept it, change it, or walk the F away. So if, like, some of you have already accepted something, let's say this, right? Because this card came on the reverse. So some of you may be feeling like what you may be dealing with doesn't match up with what you want. It's not balanced. It's not fair. This is your opportunity to either accept it for what it is or move away from it, reject it, you know, and this is where you impart your own justice so that you can get whatever it is that you're trying to manifest for yourself. You know, but because if you continue to engage in certain situations that don't align with your ultimate goal, your ultimate desire, your ultimate wish, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're causing blockages to yourself, but you also are, like I said, you're not being fair to yourself. If you are accepting things that are below standards, think about where that's stemming from too, because the card does say beliefs. Do you have a certain belief system that has been instilled in you where you feel like you're not good enough for exactly what it is you want, so that's why you settle? That's something for you to think about, okay? Okay. Another card, Lovers. Consider all consequences before you make a choice, damn it. This is what I'm telling you. Take your time, analyze, evaluate, look at the details. Pay attention to the details. The devil's in the details. If there's something that isn't up to par, that isn't passing like quality control, right? QC isn't passing your QC, then you know it's something that you need to reject, that you need to walk away from. And if you've already done this, then this is something you need to consider so that you can get exactly what it is that you want. Remember, you need to sometimes we have to create our own justice, you know? So, but it's important that you make a choice for however that resonates with you. So that has to do with the next 12 months. This is funny because I got the Hermit card underneath. Let a smart effort inspire you. Take a much needed break. If you think about the Eight of Pentacles card, 2 in tarot, this is someone who works on their own. They work by themselves. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I have the traditional tarot, but also have because the person is working alone. So some of you, this is something that you have to do on your own. Where is this Eight of Pentacles? I'm trying to find this card so you can see it. Even though this isn't the traditional tarot, but this is someone who's nurturing, growing what they want to grow, focusing exactly on what it is that they want for themselves and nurturing that right here in this particular deck. See, he's on his own, watering something specific. You see these are everything that he has already worked on, he's already achieved. That could be the stuff that you've already achieved and manifested for yourself. But there's this one thing now that you want. This is where you have to pay attention. Like, do it one step at a time, nurture one thing at a time, but also this gives you an opportunity to evaluate and observe. And this is something that you have to do on your own. This is a solo journey, you know, self-discovery. But this also ties into belief systems, because the Justice card came out in reverse. So this is about you understanding whatever belief systems you have that cause you to choose things that are not fair to you, choose situations that are not fair to you, or choose people who are not going to treat you fairly or give you reciprocal energy, you know? This is about you understanding what your standards are and why they're standards to you. So That's what I'm getting from that reading. I think I'm going to end the reading here. I hope this reading resonates with you in some way, in the best way possible. If it does, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I thank you all for being here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening, wherever you are. And I might be going on later today, but I haven't decided. If I do, I will schedule the live. And I did good yesterday. I came on live on time. So if I decide to do a reading after work, I will schedule it and you will know. If anything, I hope to see you next time, and I really appreciate your time and energy. Sending you lots of love. Take care, everyone. Bye.